Okay, here we go. I've been motovlogging since 2019. Nothing fancy or popular, not like some of the vloggers I follow, such as Doodle on a Motorcycle, Motorcycle Adventures, Lally, what is it? Bikes and Beards, Dan the Fireman, Fort 9, Jerry Palladino. I think who else? Yami Noob, and let me see, one more. Oh, Moto Jitsu. There's others I follow, but those are some of the main ones I follow. So I started with 2 GoPro Hero 7s. It's these here. And then in around 2021, I bought 3 GoPro Hero 8 Blacks. Of the 2 GoPro Hero 7s, one has become unreliable. It freezes and it shuts off after maybe recording for about an hour. I believe it is this one here. Of the 3 GoPro Hero 8 Blacks, this one here, it's not usable. It will record for maybe 10-15 seconds, then it turns off and back on, and then cycles on, off, on, off, on, off. So it's not usable anymore. And of these 2, one of them's become unreliable because it also, like this one here, after about recording for an hour, it freezes or shuts off. So I'm gonna run the GoPros on internal batteries. These blue top ones are the ones that are used for the GoPro 8s. And these plain ones like this are used for the GoPro 7s. I'm gonna run them on those internal batteries for a little bit to see what happens. I'm expecting this one to do what it always does, cycles on and off. I'm expecting this one to stop or freeze. And I'm expecting this one also to maybe stop or freeze. Then I'm going to switch out to some external anchor batteries, because this is how I usually run my GoPros when I'm on my motorcycle. I'll run one GoPro, the one that's in my helmet, on an anchor battery, which sits inside my pocket. The other 4 run on, because they're on the motorcycle, and they're plugged into external Optimate adapters that I plug in on my Triumph Tiger 900 GT Pro. So I'm curious to see how they're going to perform with the batteries, and then we'll see how they do with the external power. So I have my 4 GoPros that are relatively reliable, running on internal batteries, and then I have this one that doesn't seem to function at all. In the upper left corner is a GoPro Hero 7 Black. In the lower left corner is a GoPro Hero 7 Black. In the upper right corner is a GoPro Hero 8 Black. In the lower right corner is a GoPro Hero 8 Black. This one is a GoPro Hero 8. So I'm going to turn this one on now, because this is the one I want you to look at. Just malfunctions. And this GoPro Hero 8 just doesn't seem to work at all. Cycles on and off. Let's turn this one on and see what it does. It won't even turn on. So what I'll do is, when that happens, I'll pull the battery out, push it back in, and then try to turn it on again. So there, it turned on. So what happens with this GoPro Hero 8 Black is that when I push the record button, it records for about 5, 10, maybe 20 seconds. That didn't even do 4 seconds. And then it turns off and recycles. Record one more time with it. So it cycled on and off after about 3 seconds. This time it's going to go to, let's see, it's up to 11, 12, 13, 15 seconds. Usually it doesn't make it past 20 seconds. Yeah, it went to 19 seconds, cycling off, and then repairing the file, and then turning back on. Let me try it one more time. Oh no, now look what it's doing. cycled off again, cycled on. So that's the other thing it does, is it will cycle on and off, on and off, on and off, constantly. Well, it made a liar out of me. It stayed on. Let's see what happens after about 15 seconds or so. But it will, even when it's not recording, it will start to cycle on and off by itself. I was expecting one of these GoPros that are facing me to shut off, but they're all still recording. They've been recording for about 6 minutes. Usually this one and this one will freeze or stop after about an hour of recording. So it's not cycling off. Push the record button again, see what happens. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Well, this is doing that. What I've also noticed is with this second GoPro here, this Hero 7 Black, they're cycling. This Hero 7 right here, it has no flashing red LED light like the other ones do. Look at this puppy, it's just cycling on and off. And it has nothing to do with the settings for this GoPro Hero 7 that the red light is not flashing. It just, because I've gone into the menu to set on all the lights, the LED lights, it just stopped working. So this is what this camera does. It just cycles on and off, on and off. Bummer. So this one is not usable. And this isn't that old of a GoPro. It's not even 2 years old. I can't even get it to shut off right now. Turn off, darn it. No, I'm gonna pull the battery out. Okay, what I'm gonna do next is turn the GoPros off, connect them to external batteries. I use these Anchor batteries. Well, I use one Anchor battery for the GoPro. This one is on my helmet. This sits inside my pocket. This plugs into the side of that GoPro right there. And that one runs on my helmet. The other 3 GoPros, I have them connected to ports on my Tiger Triumph 900 GT Pro. I use Optimate adapters in those ports and then plug the GoPros into them. Usually on external batteries, this camera and this camera will freeze or turn off. So let's see what happens. Okay, all 4 GoPros are connected to external power. I'm expecting at least one to stop recording, malfunction, do something. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna let them run for a while and then come back and check on them. Usually it is this GoPro right here, GoPro Hero 7 Black. That sits on the back of my motorcycle that stops. And then I think the other one that usually stops, freezes, or turns off is this GoPro Hero 8 Black. That's the one that usually sits on the motorcycle and faces me. Let them run for a while, see what happens. Well, all the GoPros kept running except for this one. I just had to turn it back on. That's the one I expected it to shut off. It's the one that sits on the back of my motorcycle facing the traffic towards the back. The other ones are still running. I expected this one to turn off. It hasn't yet. They've been running for 15 minutes. This one stopped, I think, after about 1 minute. Okay. Okay, that's it for my testing. Darn GoPros, they're frustrating. I think I'm going to change to a different camera. I've noticed there's these DJI cameras out there. I think they're called Osmo Action 4 cameras. I'm gonna buy one next month and give it a try. I'm hearing good reviews about them on YouTube, so I'm going to try one. That's it.